we got this bid from Esmark for U.S. Steel.
For Lorenzo.
Yeah, well, no, for U.S. Steel. Right.
No, I'm saying he's blocking Lorenzo.
Well, not really. I mean, Esmark, announced this all-cash offer for U.S. Steel after, of course, Cleveland Cliffs said it wants to buy the company for $35 a share in cash and stock. But
you don't think
no advisors, no financing listed whatsoever.
It's like the Dayton Hudson
They
bid.
mentioned an exchange offer, but they say it's an all-cash bid. It's weird.
Who are they?
I don't. They're a private company, privately held investment firm. Now they've done real business. I don't want to in any way say they're not. They own Wheeling Pittsburgh Steel.
Oh, really?
And then they sold that.
They own Sharon.
But I think they do about $500 million in revenues. I can't quite figure out why, if you were going to be a part of the U.S. Steel process, you didn't just submit your bid as part of that process.
Okay.
Instead, you put a press release out. If you're you've got to really, if you're going to be taken seriously in any way, you've got to detail why and how you're financing it, who your advisors are, and all those things. None of that part of the Esmark release from yesterday. But the key question here continues to be, would a Cleveland Cliffs deal get antitrust, given particularly how the percentage of that they would control of the steel for automobiles,
what do you think
and whether the OEMs would object, even though the unions are in favor of U.S. Steel.
And what percentage of worldwide do the combined companies have, David?
I don't know, Jim.
U.S. Steel and Cleveland Cliffs.
They'll argue that it's a much smaller percentage.
How about
1.6%? Right. However, if you're providing 60% of the steel for autos made in this country or along those lines, you may get some pushback from the OEMs.
Well, I think they could, but I think that right now we're in one of those rare moments where we are blocking other countries' steel from coming in. In the old days, you should just look at this number.
Yeah. Anyway, wanted to just put that out there. The stock had moved on that. We'll see how this process is going to go on for a number of months, it would appear. Would private equity have an interest? They'll take a look. Cleveland Cliffs, obviously, the seen as a strategic buyer here. With
Gonsalves done a great job there. Cash flow there's extraordinary.
At Cleveland Cliffs.
Yeah.
And he joined us yesterday on the 11th. Joined you guys, Carl.
We asked him, why, given the more favorable free cash flow profile at Cleveland Cliffs, analysts are interested why you'd be going after something like X. I asked him whether or not this was beachfront property or more like a gut job, a renovation.
Well, I think that, sadly, I think it's a gut job, for over and over and over again. Cleveland Cliffs, by the way, people forget that was started during the era when Rockefeller was in Cleveland. It's one of the great steel companies. They did a big, it was actually mostly an iron company then, but I think that he's made it so, Gonsalves made it so it's not an iron company. It's a major producer of very good steel, and he's buying a company that had just moved to mini mills. The new U.S. Steel is better than the old U.S. Steel, which is better than the older U.S. Steel, but at the same time,